Hello and welcome to another Echoverse movie review. We aren't joined by Ellis this time; he's occupied, but we do have good old Alex, who was a big fan of the movie. So it's going to be. I'm not saying I don't. Before you downvote, I don't hate the movie, okay? But I'm probably going to be more devil's advocate this time. And the movie in question is, of course, The Batman, Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's The Batman. We saw it at the weekend. We just haven't been able to get together to film it yet, but now we can. So, starting straight off, the acting. So, I guess the key feature is Robert Pattinson. Did you think he pulled off a good Batman?
He did pull off a good Batman.
A good
He's
Batman.
not.
Do you think Bale Batman?
You know. There's the whole debate on that at the moment.
Is
he the best Batman?
Is he Dark Knight level?
I think he does it right, but I don't think I enjoy it as much as.
Yeah. I think he's.
I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
I think he did a good job. Like I did have my Twilight worries because obviously he is known as the Vampire of Twilight. If you do not know, which you probably do, but I didn't see that at all. Unlike when we watched Uncharted, when I saw Tom Holland, all I could think was Peter Parker. Mm-hmm. When I saw this, I was like, "No, you are Batman. You're a different character. Fair enough." But no, I don't think he beat out Christian Bale for me, at least. I think Christian Bale still stands.
Christian Bale was such an excellent Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. That is something.
I know in this film, Robert Pattinson is supposed to be Bruce Wayne before he decided to be philanthropist and
I imagine that's I won't say it, but that's probably more next film's focus.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
I think that was one of my disappointments is you don't really see much Bruce Wayne in this.
They're clearly holding stuff back.
Yeah.
But I mean, I liked his Bruce Wayne simply because he really conveyed through his facial expressions and how he ignored people and he wore sunglasses and stuff that he was really focused on being Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
And that he was clearly having a bit of an identity crisis.
Yeah, also
and
true.
That came across quite well. But he was a bit edgy.
He was very edgy.
The hair might have been something that I'd have a problem with, but I'm not sure that comes down to acting, really. It's sort of like greasy,
it was just greasy long hair. He didn't look like a billionaire when he was Bruce Wayne.
No, I don't wearing that floppy t-shirt and his joggers, and you're like, I mean, you could at least be Gucci. Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. Prada, perfect product placement would have been some Prada.
Yeah,
there's
no subway fight scenes in this film.
There is not. No, they did not include that.
Any product placement in that film?
I was thinking about that, but no, I don't think there was. They don't need product placement. They
fictional
they
universe.
Have money.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But no. So I thought, and also mentioned Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. I think killed it.
Really good. Best one
I was going to say, out of Catwoman I've seen, she is the best.
I don't remember a lot about The Dark Knight Rises.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I remember in the last movie, number 3, but
she wasn't in it.
And then there was Michelle Pfeiffer and that was going back long. But
forget about that.
Yeah, we
she was really good
today, and Michelle Pfeiffer was actually the favorite. Even with Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, I was really shocked. I was like,
Who
really?
voted in that? Did you vote in that?
Yeah, did
You're
you
weird.
vote in that? Yeah.
I
thought you were talking to me. I was like, huh?
Did you see the thing that internet's being going crazy about? That she practiced drinking milk out of a bowl like a cat.
Yeah, she did.
In order to play Catwoman.
She did. I respect that. I respect the commitment. Wow. Those two in interviews are really funny. They work well.
I didn't realise how British Robert Pattinson is.
No, me neither. Because he's very American in the film. But when you watch interviews, he's so British. He's so British. He's so more Twilighty and Cedric Diggory than
he is. He really is.
Than that. And Zoe Kravitz is very American. But yeah, Zoe Kravitz killed it, I think. I also think another standout was Colin Farrell as Penguin.
That was good.
He smashed it as well.
I like that. I like they didn't go too stupid.
Yeah, it was quite a gritty, down to earth.
It was just he's just a New York crime boss. Really.
I think
good. That works.
All the characters in the film really did stand in with the tone. I don't think there was anyone really ridiculous. Even
they were
Riddler,
all dark enough and realistic enough. Riddler didn't wear any stupid costumes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
But it wasn't a bright green suit.
No, so there we go. Riddler portrayal. Who do you prefer, Jim Carrey or this Riddler?
Can you really compare them? It's nothing like. I did like him though. I did really like
Did
it.
you like this Riddler? Or
This
Jim Carrey?
Riddler.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting
I'm
take.
sure we'll come on to that later, but it's
Actually, but I kind of had this sport because I've seen Gotham. If you haven't watched Gotham, you
Oh,
definitely should. But that portrayal
amazing
of
show.
Riddler is the best.
It
I
is
think you
incredible.
can't beat it. It's just perfect.
He's easily the most probably developed character over the course of the series,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah. Anyway,
And
we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, sorry, but it's
That's
good.
not
Watch it.
Yeah,
Watch Gotham.
watch Gotham. Yeah, little shout out there. Sponsor us.
Yeah, please.
I'll split the money 50-50. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. But yeah, I thought the characters were really believable, as you said, very dark, gritty, just
Mhm.
very fit in with the overall tone.
Mhm.
And I think that the whole story was kind of the same. It was, I think, the start and the middle half were amazing,
Yeah,
like really good, and then the ending for me just fell a
the
little.
ending didn't fit the tone.
No, I don't.
You know, the ending gave me Dark Knight Rises vibes. Where it's like
Yeah,
big catastrophic event. Oh,
Yeah.
the whole city's in trouble.
yeah.
But the whole rest of the film was just like one detective mystery, and it's kind of
I
like
really like that. I
that
did
was
think that was
so
very
cool.
unique. It
because
was
people shy away from that when
Yeah,
you're making a superhero film.
that didn't happen. So anyway, as we were saying,
Yeah.
story wise, I thought the story was good. I thought it was
was
dark,
excellent.
gritty, start and middle really strong, and the ending I think just fell a little bit flat. I just feel like it was very.
Yeah. That wasn't terrible.
I feel like superhero movies don't know how to end things.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're like someone has to die, or
Yeah,
or you have to defeat the villain in some way.
yeah, that's true.
I feel like you can't really tie up the way if they'd left it at the end of the kind of mystery. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Then it's
But
just
I
a
feel like they
mystery.
could have. We'll talk about it more in spoilers
Yeah,
because that's
but
a dangerous.
it's-
But I feel like they could have done other things, and it would have been just as more successful for me. And that's probably where it lost some marks for me, in my personal opinion, was the ending.
Yeah.
But the start, the detective mystery side of it, I really enjoyed. As you said, it was
Mhm.
something very unique.
Awesome.
Hollywood typically don't tend to do that sort of thing with their superheroes. So it felt like mystery,
Something you can only really do with Batman as well.
Yeah,
and they really leaned into it, and it worked so well. Because
I
obviously,
agree.
like Gotham as a setting is
And
beautiful
speaking
place
of that,
to do
and
a
I was about to
detective
say,
mystery.
the setting of Gotham was the best.
it
It
looked
is the best. Yeah,
amazing.
they smashed it out of the bag with making the city look
Neon lights and the
neon lights. It
dark
looked, yeah.
alleyways and the
And the starting scene, I can't say what it was, but when you watch the starting scene, you'll know what I mean. When they're first introducing Batman, is just cinematography wise.
I was scared.
Yeah,
They were trying to make
yeah,
the criminals scared. I was scared.
yeah. Alex was like,
I was
I could just see
scared.
Alex going,
So is he coming? Is he coming?
Is he coming?
When's he coming?
But no, yeah. So I thought the story was good. I feel like the side characters also had interesting stories going along. Or
They
Catwoman did.
They did. They did quite a good job of fleshing out Catwoman at the same time.
Yeah,
which is quite
she didn't
impressive.
feel like a side character.
She didn't just
felt-
pop up like she
yeah.
did in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. I feel like James Gordon as well fit in well
He was
here.
good.
He was.
good.
I like whether
maybe slightly underused.
Yeah,
To a degree, I feel like he was a tool
yeah. He was
for Batman.
Yeah.
In
He
this
sort
film.
of got. Yeah, he got people, and
It
you know,
didn't-
Alfred, I felt was like that as well.
Oh, Alfred, like Andy Serkis did a great job.
Yeah,
but
Andy Serkis did a great job.
Alfred didn't do much. In the
No,
film.
he was in like 4
There
scenes.
was one scene where they were just like talking for a really long time.
Yeah,
And I think that's the point in the film I zoned out the most.
Yeah,
yeah.
But Andy Serkis is an amazing actor, so it's a shame to see him underutilized. But
he was an excellent Alfred. Hopefully they use him more. If
yeah, I
do
hope
another
so.
film.
I think they, based on how well it's doing at the moment, I think a sequel will definitely, be coming in.
I hope so.
And I kind of like, because they've already said they're not going to be doing the Supermans and stuff like that in this universe.
Yeah, which is
I
good.
think is good. It's nice to have a
good.
break because obviously we've got the Flash.
Yeah.
Coming up with Ben Affleck's Batman.
That'll be
He's in
good.
that.
And Michael Keaton's Batman.
And Michael Keaton's Batman, yes, which is also kind of weird. Do you like
really
Michael
weird.
Keaton?
I like those films actually.
Do you reckon they go down the multiverse route with that?
Yeah.
Right,
That's what they're
okay.
doing.
Well, yeah, obviously,
Flashpoint.
unless he's just some pretender. But
Oh yeah.
maybe, yeah, they're just little cameo there.
Theories.
Hire me, DC, hire me. I'll
the
write your
writers'
stories.
room.
But yeah, going on from that, the villains. So we obviously have Riddler, and Penguin, I guess.
Penguin. He wasn't really a villain, was he? Who was it? Maroni?
Yeah, Falcone.
Falcone. Yes,
Falcone,
Maroni was
yeah.
already in prison. So
Yeah.
I get him confused.
So there were the three main villains in this, and I thought Penguin was underutilized a little bit.
But when he was
on screen, it was really good.
Excellent. That whole scene.
Yeah.
No, I won't go into too much detail.
Yeah.
But he was so funny.
Yeah. Yes.
When he's cornered, he's so funny.
The Riddler was a really interesting take on him.
I think the casting was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I wish I'd seen more of him as an actor,
that's true.
rather than just.
I would have liked to
mask,
see.
You know what I mean?
You don't
It's
really
not-
have any scenes with just Riddler. Obviously, it's a Batman movie, but like usually you have just scenes seeing what the villain is doing. You
Yeah.
don't really have that here, if any. Was there any scene?
No, we didn't see much of
There
him.
was one. There was one.
You don't see much of him until the mystery
Yeah.
is solved, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought the Riddler. It was a very interesting portrayal of that, and as
That
the
was
main
one,
villain.
which was a very
There
good
was-
use
yeah.
of cinematography.
And then there was Falcone, who was he was quite classic.
Classic gangster. He
Yeah.
wasn't fat though. I was
He
expecting
wasn't.
him to
Yeah,
be
they
fat.
usually are in like every other game ever.
Yeah, I thought the casting was really interesting. Actually,
Yeah,
it worked.
it worked.
He was quite intimidating.
He was.
Actually.
Yeah.
He was really doing a good job. But
And there is some interesting twists with the villain and stuff as the story
Oh,
goes
yeah,
through.
that was
That
good.
that I was like, oh shit, that's really
few
cool.
things you're like, what?
Yeah, that's
And then
new.
another thing, and then another thing. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, this guy's kind of.
So I was engaged for the majority of the movie. I mean, I can say because he told it. Ellis wasn't.
No.
He fell asleep for 20 minutes.
He was
Um,
tired and bored.
He was both of those things. We were with someone else who was like, no, it's a pretty good. She liked it.
Yeah.
We watched it. There was 4 of us, and she liked it as well. But so one vote for like, one vote for not like. But yeah, I think, and the action sequences were really good.
Action sequences were excellent.
They were excellent.
They're not necessarily long, or like the kind of you see there's one shot, cool action sequences, or anything particularly like choreographically. What do you call it? Demanding.
Yeah.
But they were so aggressive and punchy and brutal, and it just makes you think. Yeah, I would be scared if I was a criminal of him.
The director Matt did a great job.
He
I
did
think.
an amazing job of just making Batman
And there was
scary.
actually a very underutilization of CGI, which was quite refreshing for superhero. Even scenes that you think,
I'm sure it was only backgrounds.
yeah, even scenes that you think were like CGI weren't, and I thought that was really good. But yeah, Batman in this is just so intimidating, and you're just like, if I was in Gotham, I would be shit scared of like a Batman just appearing. So
yeah,
I was really impressed with it, and I thought, you know what, this is a pretty good iteration, a new change from DC. They're doing well actually recently. I know we're talking about a lot of different things,
there's a thing, isn't there?
they're starting
These
to get
individual focus on the character as much as you can. Films do work so well.
Yeah,
as long as you don't give them a view to being including anyone else, like all the Justice League films before the main one. We're all kind of like, oh well, Superman's going to come along in a minute.
Whereas this was a real Batman-centric film, and I think
it was,
and
I can't imagine any other superhero being in it.
No,
unless they're from.
And I don't think it fit
Gotham,
which is good.
I don't think they'll ever use a character with powers either in that series.
Which I like.
It is good. It is good.
But yeah, so overall rating, because we can't really say too much without spoilers. But yeah, go see the film. I would recommend that everyone should see it once.
It's an artistic masterpiece, isn't it?
It is very. If you're into artsy films, like your cinematography, it's worth a watch. Analyzing the different scenes, which we'll do later, was really cool. So yeah, you give your rating out of 10. Is it perfect?
No, it's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect. I'm not going to do decimals.
No,
that's bad.
No, we don't do decimals here.
But then I'm torn. 8. I was going to say 9.
Okay, that's not too bad.
But I need to rewatch it.
You need to rewatch
because
it.
So you would over time I forget the things which I know that as I came out of the cinema I was like, yes.
Yeah.
But there are also things which, in retrospect, I was disappointed by.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
But
everyone
it was
give
the perfect film, in my opinion, for Batman.
Yeah, I
In
think it was a
general, I
really
think
good Batman film. Yeah,
they did. There's nothing I would have wanted them to do more.
yeah, and
There's things I want them to do less, but not
yeah,
more.
I think the film didn't need to be 3 hours.
It
It didn't need to be 3 hours.
3 hours. It doesn't help when you watch a midnight showing, but
Yeah,
it's
it was 3 a.m. and I was like, okay, guys,
you could have
let's
cut.
just
You could have cut
yeah,
half an hour of
yeah,
that film.
easily. It felt like an extended cut. Like I
It
thought,
really did. It really
if
did.
there is an extended cut, I don't know.
I'm gonna not
Yeah,
watch it because I don't.
You
Have to.
will definitely.
All right.
You will
I
definitely
might
it.
watch an extended cut.
So you would watch it again?
Yes.
Very well.
In fact, I need to watch it.
I'm gonna go with a 7.
Oh, that's higher than
yeah,
I thought you were gonna go.
Yeah, because I think it's not just above average. It is a good film.
Yeah.
So I think it is genuinely a good film. I wouldn't watch it again because I think with the mystery sort of gone and solved,
That's true. The story would be
it's kind of
ineffectual.
hard for me to be like, yeah, I would definitely watch that again. I mean, if it was on in the background, I'd probably sit down and be like, but it's also a lot of time. 3 hours sitting down and watching it again. That's a 6 hours. That's 6 hours.
I have to actually commit to that.
Yeah, that's a commitment. But yeah, I'd say 7 out of 10. What I didn't like was the underutilization of some characters, which was sad to see because they had really good actors.
Yeah.
The ending of the film was, I did get a bit bored towards the end. And some of the scenes I was just like, what is that happening? We'll talk about that in spoilers. But yeah, overall, still a good film. Good from DC. I want to see a sequel. I'd like to see Robert Pattinson pick up the helm again as Batman. Yeah, I think he did a good job. But yeah, so if you haven't seen the film, go watch it and then come back and see what we thought of individual scenes and your favorite scenes. If you have seen it, put down below your comments before we go into spoilers about what you think, and we'll read through and try and reply if you do. But other than that, yeah, if you're interested in the spoilers, stick around and we'll see you in a minute. Otherwise, stay noisy and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to the spoilers, where we're going to go into the different scenes. We're probably going to disagree on some things.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so, because we've agreed.
Will.
We've agreed way too much. We need to have
we've been too civil.
Yeah, but yeah, we're going to start with. We're not going to go as in depth as the Uncharted because we realized we covered the entire movie. Yeah. So if you didn't want to watch
need to go and see it after you watched our review.
Yeah. So we're just we've written down some key scenes that we sort of stood out. We're going to go through them. So we're going to start with the real start of the film, the shadow scene. So at the start, they're playing this really good music.
Oh, the music.
We didn't mention
no,
that.
Let's start with the music.
The music in this film is incredible. Flawless. Right, me in the writing room, you composer. That's what we're going with. Yeah. But no, it was phenomenally. The soundtrack was probably the best.
It's the best. It's the best soundtrack of a movie I've heard the best since Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
I know it's kind of only one song.
Yeah, but it's a really good song, and
it comes in different variations, and it just.
And then there's Nirvana.
Yeah, there is.
There is Nirvana.
Good Nirvana. It really works.
Yeah.
So it's just the way that whenever something tense is happening.
Yeah, the music
you just hear
in the cinema when you just hear it. Well, we also didn't mention that our experience was heightened because we had a real life comic book Batman just walking around the cinema.
There was a worker at the Odeon who was dressed as Batman.
So like in Disney, if you've ever been to the Disney parks, they have the different characters walking around in like the outfits. You have like Goofy, you have like Donald Duck and that, but you have that like a normal worker who's just chauffeuring them around so they don't get like stuck, I guess, with like 50 children just swarming them. Yeah, that was what was happening in the cinema, but he didn't like move around. He just the worker came in first, so we thought someone was like getting in trouble for like filming it or something, and just stared at everyone. And then we just saw Batman just standing there. If we weren't at the back, we wouldn't have seen him. So he just came and watched a bit of the movie
There was
for
an
a little while.
actual point where Alice touched my shoulder and he went, "Alex, look," and then the film goes. And I looked over, and the door just like creeped open, and out of the shadows was just I could just see pointy ears stuck out at the top, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
He's looking. He is looking for people
looking
filming it
straight
so
at me, like, "Ah!"
beat up some guys like he did in the back. So it's this really cool scene where there's just a bunch of people looking into the night and into this dark little alleyways and stuff, and it's just pitch black. And then he's talking about how he's so fearful. And then he appears and beats the fuck out of these guys, and it was really cool.
But the best thing about that scene was the fact that he didn't appear.
He didn't appear in some others
for a couple of things. It was like the bat signal goes in the air, and all the criminals look at it, and they're and then they sort of look behind them, and they see like an open doorway or something that's completely black on the inside, and they just shit themselves
It was
and run.
so
intimidating.
intimidating.
I just kept thinking, is he going to step out?
Yeah,
beat
I
them
was
up?
waiting for him. I was like, is he everywhere at once?
Yeah, and
And then he
you
even
knew
said-
which bit he was going to come
Yeah,
out
I
in,
knew
just
straight
because
away.
there was so much build up to that one bit.
Because there was more than one guy, and it's like, are you just gonna? Is he gonna go for the assault that's going on? These guys were beating up this poor dude, or are you gonna go for this guy who's like graffitiing like below on the wall?
Yeah, in fairness, he has his priorities.
Yeah, he has priority. He probably drove past the graffiti artist and was like, he'll be.
He chucked
he'll
a
see the-
batarang at his head and drove off again.
He'll see the dark. It's fine.
Batarangs.
They weren't.
That-
He had a
no,
surprising lack of gadgets.
No batarangs.
He had the Batcave.
He didn't use smoke pellets.
No.
Or he used his grapple
He
gun.
used his grapple gun, which is kind of signature.
He did take it off his chest at one point, but I can't remember what he used it for.
I don't remember.
No.
This is the problem.
I'm
with
sure
filming
it's
the
something
film.
cool.
Yeah,
But
probably a cool scene that we're just not remembering. But yeah, so yeah, they had the shadow scene, which was a really cool opening. And
it was amazing.
as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, this film's gonna be great. This is gonna be a really great film.
Yeah.
And I could see your hands, like you were just.
I
so
was there,
excited.
like,
You were like, yeah, you were like gripping your knees, like, oh yes. Oh,
I
so
look like
good.
a lunatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have, speaking more of our film noir experience, you had someone next to you who was just talking the entire time, just to themselves.
Yeah.
Like the Riddler had just possessed this
Yeah,
woman.
it
So we
was
had
like-
the Batman and then some Joker.
It's like she was doing her own movie review, but just sat next to no one. I don't understand.
She had an imaginary friend, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Like you
fair
are to
enough.
me. You're not actually here.
Riddler.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Speaking of,
so the Riddler then does his first riddle. His riddles were really cool. I liked them.
what was his first one?
the mayor.
If you something about
I don't-
do not lie.
Yeah.
And then there's
No,
something in a
that's the,
card. Oh, you mean in the
that-
card?
Yeah.
What was it? It was like,
we're not
what
gonna
does a
remember.
liar do
Oh, you are.
when they're dead?
You
and
really
it's-
are going to remember. That's impressive.
And it's they lie still.
They do. Yeah.
Because they lie still because they're dead. And then they lie still.
And we sort of
because
see
they're
that
still lying.
in the first riddle, the police don't like Batman, apart from Gordon, which is never explained.
No,
It's never explained why Gordon's the only one who likes him.
I think that was a flaw
Yeah.
in the movie. There was no development of their relationship. It already existed. I mean, I know it's 2 years in,
But still, how did that come about?
but he's completely trusting of Batman.
Yeah. He just lets him into different crime scenes.
And
which is like, yeah.
he was never that, even in like the third Batman Dark Knight
Also,
movie.
I was really unfamiliar with what his role actually was.
Yeah, because he wasn't commissioner.
Because he wasn't commissioner, but he had, like, respect.
Yeah,
He
he had
could
command.
control
He was
everyone
probably
else.
police chief or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But the commissioner got killed.
Killed. Yeah, he was the second one. If you are justice, please do not
Please
lie.
do not lie.
That's been going. That was quite good. That's been going all over TikTok recently. But yeah, the riddles were really cool. The death traps and stuff, very Saw-esque.
They were.
They definitely watched Saw and were
Oh,
like,
the one with the rats.
I like it.
Oh.
and then, like I said, so he's really ominous and really cool for the start and the middle. and then it just cuts to, "Hey guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the subscription."
He's live on Instagram.
He's live on Instagram. He's like, "Today we're gonna be doing a movie review. Thank you guys." And then these like psycho 500 followers are like,
Yeah.
"Let's buy a
Someone
gun."
didn't tell the production team that 500 followers
It's not
isn't
a lot.
lot.
And also, they were like, when it was like 500 people following him, and then he was like, "You guys are the ones who are going to be there," and I was like, "No one's going to make that trip."
Oh, in fairness, only like 12 people turned up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
There
I
weren't
guess
that
maybe
many.
more were in the way, or got knocked down in the flood.
Stuck in traffic.
Yeah, but there was a lot of traffic after the flood. Yeah, but yeah, so I was just like, it just took a really ominous and dark turn, and even when he gets captured and goes to Arkham. And when he's in Arkham, I'm like, this is really cool. Like, just when I thought he knew Bruce Wayne was Batman.
What, Riddler?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what, at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
he
was a
didn't.
great scene.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
for like a full, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And how much he fucking hates Bruce
Bruce Wayne, yeah.
And how he's all pampered and stuff. And he's like, and then he just finishes the
Yeah, he does.
But we'll get him, won't we, Batman? Yes, we will.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought Batman would help him. I don't.
Well, Batman did help him.
Oh,
He didn't mean
yeah,
to.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I'm not sure the Riddler knew that he didn't mean to.
Yeah, the Riddler thought they were allies.
He was playing along.
We're
Playing along,
besties.
Batman. He's doing a great job.
But I don't know. Yeah, just towards the end, I feel like him as a character just sort of fell off.
He did. He went away. He went a bit nuts, didn't he? Because once you get caught,
Yeah,
he's got nothing left, does he?
yeah, and also just him getting caught was weird. He like escaped the apartment, so he could have gone and done something else. But no, he just went and sat in a coffee shop.
Goes to a coffee shop, but I think that's because he wanted to talk to Batman. Because Batman had
Yeah. Also, I love that he just walked in and immediately the server was like suspicious, definitely dodgy. I mean, he does look quite dodgy, but
yeah. What did the server ring the police?
yeah, yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, it's just
he didn't call himself.
glasses.
He
Drinking
just
out of a coffee
he
cup.
just wanted a coffee.
It was
like,
probably because he said, "Can you sprinkle a question mark in my coffee?"
And she did it. She did it.
To be fair,
she was like, "Yeah,"
props to the woman,
and then questioned it.
And then she was like, "That's a bit weird."
Also, you know the scene when he like to the 500 follower bit where he's like, "Hey guys, thank you so much for watching." Took one was one of the longest shoots.
Was it?
Because he himself as an actor was unhappy with it, so he kept changing it. So
I'm not surprised this time.
Do you know how annoying that must be for the director? He was just like, "We have a Batmobile to shoot in 2 hours."
You've just got to pretend that you just filmed it on your phone. It doesn't have to be good.
And apparently he was like, "Let me just like slide in the camera like this way, like have my body like." Yeah. And I'm just like, "Bro, it's fine." From the top, yeah. He was like midway through his line. No, you can see too many eyes. You can see both eyes.
It's an interesting take though.
Yeah.
Using social media because he would use social media.
Yeah, I get that's not seen enough, I think.
But I don't know if I liked the idea that he was making all of his followers do stuff for him.
No, I feel like that's yeah.
It's a bit jokery, isn't it?
It is
Joker
a little
always
bit.
does that.
It does.
I mean, I can imagine Riddler doing it.
Yeah.
But at the same time.
And also, I'm not. But like, can you imagine? He's like me. Can you imagine if I went, guys, let's murder, like, the whole mayor and the whole city?
I would have thought at least.
Like, surely someone on that page would be like,
"Whoa, this is a bit
dodgy." And also, it was password protected to view the video. How the fuck did they get all the? Do they have just like a Discord somewhere where they're like,
yeah, no,
"Hey guys, new video."
They're already on it.
Yeah,
Batman's a loyal follower.
Batman's a loyal follower. He's watching every video. So yeah,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and we will tell you where to buy the guns. That's why Ellis isn't here. He's busy. He's doing some shopping. FBI, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Please. I'm not associated with this man.
Yes, you are. Anyway, so yeah, the Riddler was he was a good part of the film.
He was great.
But then he kind of fell off towards the end with certain things. But his riddles were cool.
Riddles were good, weren't
they? They were good, and I was kind of trying to work them out. I don't know if you were, but I was sitting down and I was like, "What are they?" The answer is justice. I am vengeance. That was his line throughout the film.
What? He never once. No one referred to him as Batman.
No.
Penguin referred to him as Batman.
Referred to him as Batman. Did it? Did he?
Yeah, he said, you know what sounds a lot like a rat?
Oh,
A bat!
that is true. Yeah.
Batman! Oh,
Yeah,
no, he didn't.
that's-
I don't know if he said
I don't know if he said because
But everyone
when
clearly
we
knows
meet
his name.
Catwoman, he's like vengeance won't bite.
Yeah, she calls him Vengeance.
Yeah, they all call him vengeance. Even the Riddler goons are like.
Everyone calls him Vengeance.
So at the end, there's like a scene. They're on like this balcony, and he's like, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I am vengeance."
I'm not gonna lie, that fell flat.
Yeah,
I don't know what the intention was. It was like, oh, Batman, you're one of us. But
yeah.
I
No, I didn't.
didn't
didn't
feel
see it.
any impact from him.
That
saying
end, I didn't really just. Yeah, that flood, I just didn't like it.
I like
but-
the bit where he almost killed him.
But Riddler does get one up on Batman with Alfred. He blows Alfred up, and Alfred Alfred should have died.
Up. He didn't blow Alfred. He blew him up.
Yeah. No demonetization, please. But yeah, he blew Alfred up like with a present that was meant for Bruce. I kind of blame Alfred for that. Why was he opening Bruce's mail?
Yeah, it said only
For Bruce
should
Wayne's
open
eyes
this.
only.
And he
I-
fucking opened it.
and he was like, I am Bruce Wayne.
that's so rude. Imagine if I started doing it on my flatmate.
Yeah.
If I got blown up.
We'd
my
get,
fault.
yeah, it would be. Yeah, so it was his fault. And anyway, they have a little heartwarming hospital scene that went on for
It sucked.
a long while. Yeah.
It was cute, but I think that's what I was talking about
Yeah.
earlier. That is the biggest zone out moment because that was
Yeah.
at the 2.5 hour mark.
Yeah.
And I
It
was
was
just
too
like,
slow a
"What?"
scene for the end. It felt like they were restarting the movie from when Riddler got thrown in jail. Like, I think from then, it could have been a whole separate movie.
Yeah.
Because they were focusing on different things
It
entirely.
really could.
Yeah, like it could have just been, and it could have been Falcone doing the van bombs, and it would have worked. Also, that kid. So when the mayor dies in Riddler's first riddle, because he attacks like corrupt officials. So the
She
Riddler,
said it.
the mayor, the DA, and the commissioner, who don't like sort of. They don't explain how corrupt they are. It's just like you're taking the mob's money, and it's like okay.
They
Cool.
do show us a few things that they
Oh, do they?
did.
Well, the DA gets a lot more sort of screen time with like
Yeah, the
Catwoman.
DA was high, paranoid, in a criminal club
Yeah,
with all of his staff. So it's kind of incriminating.
yeah, that's
So
true.
yeah, we actually saw that. Whereas
Yeah,
the other
that's
ones are all like the commissioner. I was a photo of him.
Yeah,
taking a
like
bribe
taking
or
money, and
something.
same with the mayor and stuff. And then Thomas and Martha Wayne as well. I don't know how I felt about that. with
That didn't sound
that-
bad.
no,
That didn't sound like
Yeah.
an unforgivable sin. It was like
yeah, he shouldn't have had to die for that. Like the other guys are running the city,
it
like
was
being
oh, can you just rough up a journalist?
yeah. And then Falcone was like, "Well, I'm gonna kill him." So yeah, I'm
And
gonna
he's,
kill
"Don't
him.
do that," so he dies.
Yeah. And then they tried to insinuate that it was Falcone who killed Batman's parents.
First they did Maroni. Didn't
Yeah. Well, Falcone tried to blame it on
they?
Maroni
Falcone
to get
told him it
Bruce
was
on
Maroni.
side. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
that whole.
I like the fact they left it unanswered though. 'Cause you
Yeah,
can't
it was
do
like
that.
I can't say for
That's
certain,
one
but I
rule
think
of Batman is you can't
yeah,
tell
you can't say
anyone
who did it.
who killed his
Although they
parents.
have done that before.
They do that in Gotham.
Yes. No.
No.
No, they didn't because he was too young to hunt him down. Because he was still Bruce Wayne,
Sure,
wasn't
he
he?
hunted a few people down.
Alfred would though. I feel like they were trying to go for like a Gotham-esque sort of Alfred, and we just didn't get that.
No,
'Cause
he
we didn't
needed
see
so
him.
much more.
We didn't see Alfred. We just yeah.
He needed so
It was a
much
shame because
more
he's
screen
such a
time.
good actor, so it just feels wasted.
And he's
I
he's
feel like he
not
would've-
too old, so he
I feel
can
like
do
Serkis would have
things.
made a good Penguin actually. Spade Golem. Same
Gotham was
same role.
entirely CGI,
Same role,
but all
yeah,
right, yeah.
same role, exactly. But yeah, so I don't know, underutilized Alfred, I think, and
Yeah,
Gordon as
heavily.
well. You said that like earlier, Gordon.
I
Was
did.
just-
Gordon
yeah.
was.
He was.
He was
there.
good.
He
was
he
good.
delivered some funny lines.
Yeah, I like the actor.
Yeah, the actor did
Did
a good
Gordon.
job, but he was. Just,
But he didn't appear to. I didn't care about it.
yeah, no. If he died, I would have been like, yeah, and I think they're going down the Robin route, or at least Nightwing, because you disagree,
I don't disagree.
but you don't necessarily
I
think.
just don't really believe that they're. You might be right. I just don't think that's what they were insinuating.
The mayor's son, basically in one of the riddles, just keeps getting fixated on. And then like Batman has this connection with him and like keeps saving him and stuff.
Yeah.
And they just kept looking at each
Yeah,
other.
well,
And I
Batman
was
gives
like,
him a lot of funny looks, but
yeah, it kind of
you
looks a
think that's
bit.
'cause he's
If you
Robin?
don't know that he's Batman, it really does look weird.
That does look weird.
I'm like, stop staring at the kid. He's also a real pervert in this.
Oh yeah, he
He
does
just so
use binoculars to
yeah,
watch Catwoman change
yeah,
at one point.
and like he could just like look around the rest of the park. No,
and in
he
fairness,
follow-
it's not like that's what he's doing.
no, but it just looks that way.
He's just knows he can't take his eyes off her.
Yeah,
Or she might do something
yeah, that's true.
else. But
Yeah, but
it's
it
still
did look
weird.
pretty
It's
weird.
still weird.
And he was stalking people all around the place.
I think he did admit at the end of the film that was a bit weird.
Yeah,
but
and it was.
It was. But that was the
But
idea.
that's Batman.
You're
You know,
supposed to think. You're supposed to think he's only 2 years into being Batman. He'll do
Yeah.
anything for justice.
Yeah, justice. I am justice. But yeah, so I think they're going to go down the Robin route, but I guess we'll find out if there's ever a sequel.
It's whether
Um,
or not he's looking at this kid because he wants to turn
affiliates.
into Morin. Morin?
Robin.
There we
That's
go.
it. Good. 2
Um,
syllables.
or if it's just because he's an orphan boy. It's like,
Other boy?
that's a mood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's a mood. That's what he says when he sees any orphan. Mood. Also, we never. Have you watched the book summary yet? There's a novel
I'm gonna read
that is like made to give you more knowledge on the film before. This 3-hour film could not take all of its context of the world in and fit it in this 3 hours.
They
So
should
it
have
was like,
taken
have a
half
whole
an hour on the
book.
end, changed it into whatever the book was about,
Yeah.
put it on the front.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. They also had some really cool nightclub scenes though.
The nightclub scenes were
That
good.
they were. I really
I like
liked
it.
actually. I just thought of it. The Catwoman eye scenes when she was like,
Oh, what the POV?
where so
yeah.
he had this little gadget that was like a contact lens, and she put it in his eye, in her eye, and then she went and did like recon and like talked to everyone and talked to the DA and like found out some stuff, and I was like, that's really cool. I like that. But yeah, they were really cool. Although the music was,
Music was just boom, boom.
it was people
boom,
who have
boom,
not been in a
boom.
nightclub for a long time.
No, you can tell that whoever thought.
They're
What
not-
would a Gotham nightclub sound like? Oh, there's no music in
They
Gotham. Apparently.
No, they searched club music.
They couldn't even play the Nirvana song.
No.
They were just like, no, thumpy beats.
It's just
you know?
thumpy. It's
They
just
should have just remixed the theme tune. That would be great.
yes, they really should have. And then we see Falcone, who has a weird sort of interaction with Catwoman. We don't know why yet.
Which is you're like wet.
Yeah,
'Cause you
but he
think
like
you think that
caresses.
he's trying to sleep with her or something. and
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then it turns out they're related
Related by blood.
by very significant blood.
Parent.
Parenthood, yeah,
Dad.
yeah, that's a thing. And he
Yeah.
and even before the
I get the feeling
reveals
he has a lot of
announced-
those. But
yeah, he definitely has a lot of kids. Well, not anymore because he dies, which was very sudden. I don't know.
it was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understood
Also-
why the Riddler would want to kill him, and it was really cool because it lined up with the riddle from earlier.
No,
and
but
then
I
just,
thought
like, bring him into the
It
light.
could have been any light.
Yeah.
It can't have just he can't
Why
have
was
just
it
thought
that
that
specific?
specific.
I mean, it was right
small
outside
light.
his apartment.
Yeah, but what if Batman had taken him out the back?
That would have been quite funny. Bring him into the light.
Bring him into this light.
Shoves
this
him into a
one
dark
light
alleyway.
bulb.
and
Yeah. Are you in the light?
he starts
But-
shining a torch.
yeah.
I can't
Is it
do
working? But yeah, so Falcone dies. Although there's this weird thing where Catwoman wants to kill Falcone because, of course, she does. Because
Yeah. 'cause
he killed her
He killed her friend.
/ maybe girlfriend because she calls him baby.
Yeah, but I think that's just because
Okay,
she's
never mind.
protective. But you know, it's,
Never know. It's
It
fine.
could be.
It's fine.
no, it could be actually.
Yeah, I thought so.
Mm.
I've seen some stuff online that's like bisexual. And
But she
stuff.
was very quick to move on to Robert.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. Yeah. Onto who? Oh, Robert. I thought you said
Robert.
Robin. I was like, have you watched the wrong movie? The Little
She's going
Child.
after the kid already.
But yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Falcone dies before Catwoman can kill him because he's like, don't do this.
That scene's cool.
It'll destroy you.
That whole scene is really well lit. isn't
Yeah,
it? There's a lot of
it is.
scenes where it's just like wind at sunset windows or something.
They really had good chemistry. They definitely shagged.
Who?
Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, they
Because their
did.
sexual chemistry throughout the film.
Didn't they say in an interview they like hinted that
Yeah.
they did stuff
I would not be
to
surprised.
get into the relationship
Yeah.
vibe.
That's
Which-
such a cop out excuse. He was just like he definitely sat her down and was like, so I think
Yeah, I think we should develop our acting roles.
method acting. You know, he did it for Joker.
Heath Ledger.
So
Heath Ledger
let's
didn't have the right idea, did he?
no.
He should have said Catwoman needs to be in this film,
Catwoman needs to be in this
and we
film.
need to have a relationship.
Well, there was a woman in that film that he like got really close to. What was it? Batman's
Rachel.
Yeah,
Rachel.
Rachel. Good. There we go. Batman voice actor coming down the road.
That's me.
So yeah, Falcone and Catwoman have this weird relationship, but then he gets killed by Riddler, as like the final sort of piece for the puzzle.
He just gets shot as well. I thought that was a bit.
Yeah, it was kind of like just
Could've been a
and
cool
everyone
trap
thought
or
it was
something.
Penguin. Because I thought that was going to be a lot more interesting. Because it was like Penguin was like, you're done, rat," and then and then those two started having an argument, and then suddenly he just dies. I was like, oh, okay, we're not exploring that.
I wasn't expecting Penguin
like-
to be that bold either.
No,
Immediately after.
him like not even arrested yet, and he's like,
Because what if Falcone got out of prison? He'd be absolutely bollocks.
well, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be in the water. But yeah, speaking of villains, there is a cameo of Barry Keoghan's Joker, which I'm really upset about because I wish they just every Batman iteration didn't have to have a Joker.
At least this early on.
Yeah,
Like, there was no need in that film.
no,
It didn't affect the plot. It didn't.
in any way.
It wasn't even like Batman met him at the end or anything. He didn't kill anyone. He didn't commit a crime. Like, clearly he committed a crime.
Well,
He's
yeah,
in
he's
prison.
in Arkham.
And also, he was already
They've
messed
met.
up.
They've met before. It's confirmed that Batman and Joker have had an interaction.
But Riddler doesn't know who he is.
No.
Why does Riddler not know who he is?
I don't know. I think that's probably a plot hole. But so yeah, Barry Keoghan, Druig in Eternals.
Yeah, good actor.
He's
him.
a good actor, but I just wish they'd do some like unknown villains, like Mr. Freeze.
I hope they leave it a while before
Yeah.
they make him an
Like if
established
he
character.
cameos only in the next
Mr.
movie.
Freeze is like my favorite. So
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
bits of it. I've seen the
Have
first
you-
series.
have you seen- oh no, I was gonna say the actor for Gus.
Yeah, well,
everyone-
no,
everyone
he
wants-
would be
he
good.
would be
He would
really
be
good.
good.
But yeah, I'd love to see just some lesser known villains put in there, Mad Hatter, that sort of thing. And that's why I like Gotham so much because there were so many unknown villains that were getting
There is, but you can do
Right,
that
so-
with this film.
Yeah.
These series. I don't think they'll make loads of these.
No, well, maybe
In
they
fairness, it kind of felt like. Do you
Standalone.
really ever want to see the title The Batman 2?
will. No,
It doesn't sound right. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like something that should exist, but it should.
They'll
it
put words like Batman.
should
the
be
Dark
The
Knight Rises.
Batman.
It'll be
you know.
the Dark Batman or the Hopeful Batman.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, something like that, probably.
Yeah, the next one's just called Vengeance.
I am Vengeance.
I don't know. Yeah,
Vengeance
another
returns.
villain. Yeah, I think this film was lacking one more.
Yeah.
One more villain.
I think
Even if it's just not necessarily a cameo, but a moment of conflict.
they had a really although I didn't like the hey guys, welcome to the I feel like one of those 500 villain followers could have been another villain who then orchestrated once Riddler got
Captured. They could have been in charge.
he
of the
then
next thing.
orchestrated everything else and
Like,
set
I
off the
don't know, like
bombs.
Firefly or
Yeah, Mad Hatter or something like
Yeah.
that. Someone who would be crazy enough to support
Who-
that and be like
Who would you want?
Two-Face.
You want Two-Face?
I want Two-Face. I know he was in the last trilogy, but I want him.
He can be done better than that.
Yeah, he's my favorite villain. of
Is
all
he?
time. He's my
Is
favorite
he?
Batman villain. Yeah.
Is he?
Head to tails, kitty cat.
Oh, that's cool. I think Bane's my favorite.
Bane.
Not Dark Knight Rises Bane. I like Dark Knight Rises Bane,
Yeah,
but he's
Tom
not.
Hardy.
He's not Bane.
He's not Bane. Yeah.
He's
didn't like
Dark
him.
Knight Rises.
I
Bane.
don't actually think he's had a good on-screen portrayal, like a really good. And I
No.
love Tom Hardy. and
I've seen Batman and Robin.
yeah, and you've seen
It's
Gotham.
terrible. And Gotham, the Gotham Bane was also terrible.
Yep. And Dark Knight Rises wasn't
And
terrible.
I realise
but-
he's difficult to do.
Yeah.
And actually, I think
well, it's easy. now
they'd
with
have
CGI.
to do something where he wasn't growing huge and big
Yeah.
because that's ridiculous. And
I'll tell you what did it quite well. Actually, was Batman Arkham Origins, the video game. If you've seen it.
yeah, where he's
Because
just
he
a
has
big
just
bloke
he's
with
just
a
a big
mask.
Mexican dude, drug cartel sort of guy.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. So maybe they'd do something like that. That's who I'd like to just see some lesser known villains instead of just Joker.
Deathstroke
Oh,
hasn't been done, and they cancelled him, didn't they, in the DCEU?
I'd love to see him brought back. It goes
So
Two-Face,
good,
Deathstroke
so
for me.
good. He's my favorite Arrow villain.
Yeah, he's so cool. Because they've done Deadshot. So
Although he's
they
not
know-
necessarily a Batman.
No, he's Superman.
Yeah.
Well, he was Superman in Batman v right.
Yeah, he was at the end of
Yeah,
Batman v Superman,
because
yeah.
he met with bald Lex Luthor.
He did.
That was such a bad
Bold
casting
Lex
choice.
Luthor.
That was such a anyway. Sidetrack.
I forgot about bold.
Yeah.
Bold,
So these are all
whatever
things we
his name
don't want. But
Mr. Freeze.
back to really good scenes. Is the Batmobile chase is probably the best.
It's
scene.
amazing.
It's the
It
best
is the-
scene in the film,
Yeah,
easily. And it's not CGI.
it's not. It's
None
an
of it.
entire
They
car chase on
liter-
a bloody
yeah.
motorway, and it's
They
awesome.
literally put the Batmobile through fire.
They did,
They did.
as they should.
That's really cool. As they should. As they fucking should.
They had lorries tipping over. They had explosions. They had bad driving.
They
It was
did.
really realistic.
It was
People just like honking at Penguin, going, "Get out of the fucking way!"
yeah.
It's like,
Move. Well, because it was
Yeah.
going up the wrong side.
Yeah.
For a while.
if you tried to drive
Yeah.
down the middle of the motorway, people would be like, "Fuck off."
I
They
wouldn't
just
make
cut
it
you
that
off,
far.
wouldn't they?
I wouldn't make it that far. I would just get.
I felt bad that a lot of people died in that, and no one seemed
Yeah.
to. No one seemed to
No one
mention the
didn't care.
fact that that truck blew up,
Yeah.
and all those cars crashed.
But it made for a really cool scene when Batman was just walking out and walking towards it.
That's
Oh,
got to
that
be
was-
that's got to be the best shot
Yeah. There's like a trailer scene of that. So
I've probably
WB
ever
don't.
seen.
I know you like to copyright things, but I'm just.
We're gonna
using
show
it.
that,
We're
and
just
you're not gonna
show
cry
it, and
about
you're not
it.
gonna do it. Yeah. Oh, I'm jinxing it now. They're gonna see this and be like, take down video.
It's the only shot you can show.
They're gonna be like, that's a 7 out of 10. That's not
It's in
10.
the trailer,
Yeah.
for Christ's sake. Allow it.
But yeah, no, that was a really cool scene. So I just thought that was
I
impeccable.
genuinely feared for Penguin, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
When he
I
was
thought
trying to get
I thought he
away.
was about to get beat.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite scene. My least favorite scene. There was so at the end when the vans explode, for some reason, it just floods the city
Yes, Gotham appears to be built.
underwater.
So it's an island. We knew it was an island,
Yeah,
but it appears to be built slightly below
Yeah.
sea level
yeah,
for no apparent reason.
yeah.
How do you even do that?
I don't know, but they have like a seawall all around, which
seawall.
is new. And that blows up, and then water floods in, and yeah, what?
A lot of people died, and it was not.
But they didn't
addressed.
show many people.
Okay,
die.
no one was shown dying. I saw cars like flying and people getting enveloped in water. They're not necessarily dead,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I feel like that was ignored.
and then that still wasn't the main issue because then Riddler's
No.
psychotic people would just somehow got to the top of the thing without any security risks at all.
All their flats are flooded as well. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. And then they just started. I thought they were going to start taking pot shots into the audience,
Yeah, that would have
But they
been much
didn't. They
more
just-
effective.
they just shot the
decided
mayor.
to shoot the mayor in somewhere that didn't.
and
kill
then
her.
just no one else shot anything.
Yeah, everyone could have shot her and she would have
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, and he
Um,
was a shit shot as
They
well.
shot, they missed. Well, they didn't miss. They hit her in the shoulder or something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then they gave up,
they did.
they didn't
They
shoot
did.
another
and then
shot.
Batman arrived, and
and then they just started shooting Batman,
but
who's bulletproof.
that mayor should have absolutely died because so not only did she get shot on the shoulder, she was laying on this stage, and then the flood came and knocked off the stage, and she's fine. She's
just
absolutely
under
fine.
it. She's just chilling.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause this for a second because I'm
Are
looking.
you
at the
running out of
timer.
time? Yeah.
We are, so we're gonna have to do a second
Alright,
section.
we'll be
So
back.
magic cut.
Magic cut.
If I get that perfect on editing, that's gonna look really good.
You won't.
I won't. So that probably looked really jumpy. But
'cause
yeah, so the final point we're going to talk about is well, we talked about the flood and her dying, and
we
Catwoman.
did.
Catwoman saves Batman.
Yeah, because she's clearly in love with him after meeting him like twice.
I saw an interesting thing. Actually, so so Batman gets shot in the chest with like a rifle, which
Yeah.
knocks him down, and then he gets a green liquid and puts it in his leg.
Yeah, my first thought was Venom.
Yes,
It's not.
Yeah. Oh, is it
It
not?
was just a shot of an
Oh,
adrenaline.
okay, because I was
But-
like, that could be cool. That could be a hint.
That would be a really good segue.
Maybe it is. They haven't confirmed it's adrenaline.
You know what would be cool? Maybe they could do an angle where like Bane's a businessman
Bane's a
and he
business.
sells Venom.
Bane is Giancarlo Espinosa. Instead of him
Yeah.
playing Mr. Freeze, he's playing Bane.
Yeah.
And he's got
It's Paul
fucking
Salmanos.
Walter White in his van just making Venom instead of like
Yes.
meth.
That'd be cool. He could like recruit another villain to
Yeah.
make the Venom.
Yeah.
Is there someone
There we
who would
go.
do that?
I'll fucking
Is there
hire us
someone who
both
would
for
do
the
that?
right
I don't
route.
know.
Probably Mad Hatter.
Venom is actually the blood of Killer Croc.
Yeah. I like Killer Croc. He's good. He hasn't
Killer
been
Croc's
done
my
on screen
second
yet,
favourite Venom.
is he? Who's your favorite? Bane.
Bane.
You like the big ones, don't you?
I really like the big
Is
one.
Solomon Grundy your third?
No,
No.
he's a bit He'd be a good
Solomon
villain for like
Grundy,
if they made like a horror
born
film.
on that is the one thing in Gotham that was not portrayed well. Solomon Grundy, just little sidetrack as we're talking about DC.
Butch.
Butch. Spoilers. Oh wait, we're in spoilers. So yeah, and then Catwoman saves Batman and looks like she's about to cry, even though they've known each other like 5 days.
Yeah, she was a bit obsessed.
And then he does have a cool scene where he swings into the flood. It looks like he's dead, doesn't die, and then he goes over.
Yeah, that was no, but that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know
he
why.
was hanging from a wire, and he cut it, and there was
That's
this
what
really,
that's what he used the battering for.
Yes, he pulled it
Yes.
off his chest and cut the wire.
Yeah.
But there was some really dramatic, sad music for like 5 seconds as he dropped into
20
the water.
seconds, easy. It was like
as he dropped into the water. No one was thinking, I'm concerned for Batman.
No, and then Catwoman
and then he
just
gets up, and you're like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, why
guys.
did you?
That was...
So dramatic for no reason.
It really was.
And then he wades through the water with a flare, and then he pulls this apart, and then he puts his hand down, and the mayor, who should be dead, is pulled out. No, the kid comes up first, and no one else is doing anything to help. No one else leaves the pit. They wait for Batman's hand to pull them out one by one, and then eventually more officers just suddenly teleport into the room and help carry people out. And then they do this weird walking through the water scene, which looks really cool. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the film cuts to Catwoman's leaving Gotham.
Okay, bye.
I was like, so is she coming back? I imagine so. Surely
she'll be back at the start of the next film.
Yeah. I was like, why?
I didn't really understand the significance of that.
No, like that was a scene that could be cut. Like,
yeah, why? I don't care.
And then they did this weird. I thought we were done and we were gonna move off to a different scene. No, they then get on the bikes and do this weird. Batman goes first. Then
I thought they were going back to his house for a show.
Yes, so did I. And then
because they were driving down these.
Then
nice
I thought she
roads.
just decided to stay because they were doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And then nope, they just go their separate ways, and then that's it. And then does the film end?
Yes.
Yes. There's probably another scene, but I don't remember it. And then
there's a bit where he's like airlifting people out and stuff.
Oh yeah, and he's like, oh,
this guy, and everyone's like, yes, I like Batman now.
This was the difference because people are saying that that's the character development, and I'm like, that's not a character development moment.
No, but the idea is he now knows that his duty isn't just stopping criminals; it's saving people.
But he does that by stopping criminals. So
yeah, but in general, sometimes I think the idea is that he has to save the people instead of stop the criminals. I don't know. I didn't really get it, but there was something there that made him better.
And that was it. Bruce Wayne had no development. He was the same.
No.
Well, I guess they were the same.
Did he go to a board meeting?
No.
He said he was going to.
He probably would. Because she was like, "You're not doing any philanthropy."
Yeah.
I don't understand why they just made Bruce Wayne a prick.
Like they could have just said
he
that
could
he
have
gives
done
his
both.
money.
Yeah.
Surely
that would be
easier.
Yeah.
Benefits or stuff, does he? Just give the money.
Yeah, but just been like Alfred, give like 100 million to like orphans.
Yeah, well, let's see on the news go.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I'd stick with 7. It's a good film, worth a watch, definitely. I just wouldn't watch it again. I don't think because it's so long.
It's super long for no reason.
Yeah, I think if we'd been doing this like straight after, you probably.
I wasn't up for doing it straight after.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was like 4 a.m. by the time we walked
it was
back.
too long.
But yeah, no. So yeah, overall 7 out of 10. Give it a watch. Let us know your thoughts down below. Give us like, subscribe, comment, obviously, and all that sort of stuff. And if you haven't already, please do follow me on all my links. Every little bit of support helps. The next review, I don't know when the next one will be. If we're gonna go see
what's coming out soon.
I want to see that Death on Nile.
Okay.
In the lights, and you don't sound as excited for that.
I don't, but I'll come with you.
That'll do. Yeah, Ellis will just come anywhere because he gets it for free.
Yeah, that's true.
We are in discussion of doing some cool new series for YouTube. I'll keep it quiet for now, but there's some cool stuff coming. So keep your eyes peeled. Shh, that's it. Yeah, we're doing a murder mystery.
I've got to go murder someone.
We're doing real life Cluedo. That's kind of cool.
Like
Write that down. Write that down. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. If you haven't watched the rest of the reviews, there is a playlist on my channel. Go check it out. You can see this lovely face again.
Me.
Yeah. But other than that, thank you very much for watching for this hour. I guess it's been an hour. Yeah.
About that, I would have said.
I will see you on the next video. We will see you on the next review. Stay noisy. Goodbye. Nice. Good salute.
Sometimes you just want to eat chicken nuggets.